Hola, gringas y gringos, and welcome to
Gringos Are Us.
Expats with a Plan.
I'm Mark.
I'm Gina.
This week, we're going to take you on the culinary experience that is Mérida. Coming up right after this.
And welcome back. So this episode is all about the food that we ate in Mérida, and boy, did we eat.
When we were feeling good, yes.
When we were feeling good. We
Yeah.
even had to make up for the times when we weren't feeling good.
Yeah.
We ate everything from fast food deliveries to going out to nice restaurants, with drinks, without drinks. It was just the entire gamut.
Yep.
So one of the first places we hit up was, because we were out on the road and hungry and looking for anything, was Pollo Brujo,
Yep.
which is actually, we've learned, a chain.
Oh,
They're everywhere.
yes, they are.
Put on here a little bit of the salsa, which is spicy. Okay. And some of this yucateca pickled onion. It's delicious. A little bit of lechuga. Lechuga, right, for lettuce. Some limon. Squeeze some of that limon right down in there. Lechuga, that's right. Lettuce is lechuga.
The food was pretty good. It was very timely served. Only got one knock on them.
Oh, what's that?
They're a Pepsi establishment.
Oh.
Just, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was fast though. Incredible.
Yes.
I mean, like we're ordering I think we got a half chicken. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, and it was there. Boom.
Yep.
I mean, the guy came and it was like salsa chips, blah 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 blah, and then he was back with food.
Yep.
That fast. It was so affordable. It was delicious too, by the way, but it was so affordable. It cost us 154 pesos for the two of us to eat.
Which is about what we'd have paid on Pollo Row in Valladolid.
Yeah.
But this included a couple of beverages. So you put it all together, yeah, it's very affordable.
Very much so. So then we also ate at a place that Mark had found online with good reviews called Coyote Maya.
The cochinita pibil was good.
Yeah. I got panuchos and salbutes. Now, these are both very regional. And I honestly, at this particular restaurant, I could not tell the difference between the two. And I should be able to, because one of them has refried beans inside of it and one of them does not. And I can't tell you which one is which. But I got two of each. I couldn't tell the difference. But they were good.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell the difference, and you really should be able
I mean,
to
it was a
tell.
nice courtyard environment. We went there with two subscribers, Lena and Tim, and had a great time.
They picked up the bill, so thank you.
Thank you. And that was right across the street from the church that was having the wedding. So,
Oh yes, that church is called Iglesia de Jesus.
you know,
Yep.
and that was not the best cochinita pibil, but if you're not going to be going out to Chichen Itza, if you're going to Chichen Itza, that's the place to get it.
Yeah, but
if you're not going to make it there,
mean,
this
the
would give you a
food-
good indication. I mean,
it was good.
yeah.
I'm not going to give it 5 stars. I would say 4. I think 4
Yeah,
stars is
and
fair.
the service was good and
Service
everything
was
else.
good,
Yep.
but the food wasn't mind-blowing. Let's just say that. But the company was. We had a very good meal with Lena and Tim.
Yep.
We truly enjoyed meeting subscribers, so that was a really nice evening that we spent with them, and we did some things with them afterwards. It was about a 200 peso tip that you left.
Yeah, so I'm
Because I
figuring.
can't really remember what we actually...
Because he picked it up and I went, well, at least let me pay the tip. And so I think it was like 200 pesos I popped in there. So it's probably, knowing me, that means that the bill had to be around 1,000, 1,200 pesos.
Okay. It's not horrible. It's kind
No.
of middle of the road. You would find Coyote Maya on Calle 60. It is literally, what, a block 2
A
blocks
block and a half, yeah.
north of Parque Grande.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then, this is the king of all kings, Las Vigas. So first, let us tell you where Las Vigas is.
On 63rd.
It is on Calle 63. It is a half block west of Centro.
Block and a half.
Block and a half?
Block and a half, yeah.
Okay, well, it's close.
It's a block and a half from the, if you just go to the Ahora Farmacia right there, and you just walk right past the pharmacy, go across one light and go down to the hotel, and it's upstairs in the hotel, and you walk in and it is packed.
It was packed full of locals.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's always a good sign. It's always a good sign. If it is busy and full of locals, you're going to get some good food there.
And better yet, it's packed and everybody's laughing. Because everybody has a good time in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
The wait staff is fun. They know enough English to be able to get you through your meal. Well, some of them do. And, you know, but they don't hold it against you if you don't speak any Spanish. I mean, I had a fun time with one of them. He thought I was a, local gringo.
Because he's ordering food and he's telling them, I don't want anything spicy, no onions, no this, no that. And like, what's left?
What I wanted. So
what's left?
Yeah,
cheese and meat.
Yeah, we actually were there 4 times. So
yes, we went first time by ourselves, and then we met up 3 separate times with different subscribers. So we had a meal with Lee, and we had a meal with Tammy Kay and Craig, and then we had a meal with Cheryl and Ray. Every time I went, I kept getting the sopa de lima.
I have to talk about this soup because I think I just found like a new obsession. Look at onions, peppers, big hunks of chicken, and the flavor is just amazing, amazing. And it came with these tortillas, right? But oh my God, this soup, oh man, is it good.
I liked it so much. It was so good. Finally, I decided I was going to try something different, and I got to finally try pokchuk.
Yeah, the alitas were good, con buffalo. The Tex-Mex enchiladas were very good. I think I had the nachos the last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
most of the time, we got an alcoholic beverage. Not always. We spent, on an average, for the 2 of us, about 330 pesos per visit.
Yeah.
Which is really good, considering. All right, then we went out one evening to the Negrita Cantina.
With Cheryl and Ray.
With Cheryl and Ray.
Yep.
I thought the place was a little bit pricey for the drinks that you got. However,
they literally were a mason jar, a quart mason jar.
Yes, they were.
So 125 pesos for a quart mason jar sized drink. Yeah. I'm not going to fault them for that.
No.
I've paid a lot more for a lot less than some of the restaurants we've been to. So
it's true. And we had something to eat. Of course, they bring you a lot of snacks free right up front with your drinks.
If you ask for them.
Well,
I mean, we had to ask for them.
But they were supposed to.
But they were slammed. We were there on a Friday night. And I don't think they could have shoehorned 4 more people into that place if they had tried.
No, they actually probably weren't going to let us in, with the exception that another person came to the door and realized that we were the 2 gringos that another couple inside were waiting for.
Yep.
I think they were about to shut off entry to the restaurant.
Because there's just no place for anybody to sit.
There wasn't anywhere to sit. The place was packed.
Yeah.
They have live music, although we didn't stick around long enough to see the live music.
Yeah, we heard them, but...
Well, they weren't playing, though. That was just music being...
No, they were on the stage for part of the time.
Oh, I thought they were setting up. I saw people setting up, is what I saw.
I was band number 2.
Oh, well, I don't know. We couldn't see them.
No, because we were stuck way over in the
back corner. But we had a good time there. And I will say that we spent... at that location, I want to say it was about $14.50 1,450 pesos. And I'm going to tell you right now, 450 of that was my mezcal flight. I had 3 mezcals, and they were 450 for the 3 mezcals because I got the high-end mezcals.
There is a cross. There is a cross in the bottom of my mezcal. Should I say a prayer?
So you don't choke on it.
Yeah, and I had 2 of the quart-sized glasses.
And I had a 1 quart-sized drink. So yeah, between the 2 of us, that's both of us.
250s.
And then a meal.
700, yeah, 700. So yeah, we spent, just about all that 1450, 900 of it was alcohol.
It was. Had a good time.
No, I'm just.
Okay, the next place, I'm gonna venture it was our favorite, La Trotta. Okay, La Trotta has 2 locations. One of them is on Paseo de Montejo, and one of them is in Parque Santa Lucia. Now, we went there initially to the Santa Lucia one. We went to the Santa Lucia both times, actually. The first one was to meet another subscriber, Denise, and her mom. I'm sorry, I cannot remember mom's name. I'm sorry, Denise. But they were delightful. And Denise had been wanting to bring her mom to the restaurant, so it was a perfect opportunity for her mom to experience it and for us to experience it too.
And thank you, Denise, for sharing that little slice of heaven.
Oh my.
Oh.
Oh my. Look, Italian food in Mexico is Mexico's version of Italian food. It's Italian Mexican. Just
For the most part.
Just like in the United States, you have Italian American. And this place is serving Italian American. It really was by far the best Italian we've had in Mexico, I'd say.
Followed closely by La Florentina in San Miguel de Allende, because that chicken.
Florentina?
Oh, God, yeah, because that.
Wait, hold on. That wasn't the name. Francesco's. Francesco.
Oh, La Francesco.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was because their chicken parm
was really
was
good.
spot on. But the chicken picante at La Trata.
You had that both times.
I had
didn't
it
you?
both. Oh,
It was that good.
yeah.
And it did. He let me taste it. It was absolutely delicious. But I like to sample various things.
Yeah, just like she did. She kept getting away from the Sopa de Lima at Las Vegas.
I know.
So
And it's like I kept doing Sopa de Lima there, but
that was my chicken picante.
I know. But man, the first time at La Trotta, I had their ricotta and spinach almondine ravioli. And then the second time I had the black pasta shrimp scampi, I believe it was.
Yep.
They serve this lovely warm flatbread right at the beginning. It is so hot, you got to be careful tearing into it.
I had to take a fork and pierce it because it actually bubbled up. It was still that much steam in it, and so
and I wouldn't be surprised if that is what they use for their pizza shells.
yeah, they.
So, we like the food here at La Tratto so much that we decided we had to come here one more time before we leave Mérida.
The average that we spent both meals, the average for each meal was 1,075 pesos for the 2 of us together. Not too bad.
No, it's a whole lot better price than I mean, La Negrita or La Tratto. Give me La Tratto. I mean, the ambiance and the nightlife and everything else was great at La Negrita, but food-wise, oh my.
Okay, the last named restaurant is Vikingos, basically Vikings. And Vikingos was sort of a spur of the moment, we passed it, let's just go here place, because we couldn't find the place that I was trying to get us to on Google Maps. So Mark remembered passing it, and we went back. Awesome choice.
We got lucky.
I mean, that was lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was on the corner, so I could remember the street that it was on. So we had driven probably another 15 or 20 blocks trying to find the other place. And I went, no, we're not finding this, so we're going back here because A, they were open, and B, they looked like they had pretty, good environment. And
the only downside to the environment was the level of the music that was being played.
Yeah.
It was a little too loud. I mean, I want to sit at a table and be able to talk to people at the table, and the music was loud, and I had a little bit of a headache.
It was out limited edition.
Yeah. It's sad.
But the atmosphere in general was great.
Service
was awesome.
Yes.
The food was excellent.
Yes.
And they had specials. And one of the specials that I got was basically more or less a breakfast special, I guess you could call it. Maybe it's a lunch. I actually got the famous huevos motuleños, which I could have gone to Motul, but we didn't make it to Motul, so I got them here. And they were great. They were great. It included a drink, 105 pesos.
And I had the chicken fettuccine. And then I had to go back and tell the young lady, because I forgot to tell her whether I wanted it empanzada or la plancha. So I had to go tell her that, or grilled or breaded. And then I had to go tell her, no, please bread it. And no, it was, I can see why they're there. They have a separate little side window on the street for people who are coming up to get a slice of pizza.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Or order a whole pizza. So they do a good little business down there. It was interesting. The decor was all Vikings shields and stuff like that.
Like we're in Mexico, Vikings. Hey, whatever. The meal for the two of us was 225 pesos.
I had a margarita.
Yeah, I mean, how can you beat that? It was so good. All right, and then the last thing is sort of like a blanket. This is going to be Mercado and street food.
Well, the one at the Mercado sort of has to get its own, because, I mean, that was literally a restaurant.
It is. It's a restaurant, and that's why I say Mercado.
Yeah.
So Mercados tend to have places you can eat inside, run separate businesses, luncherias, things like that. We went to one of, I think there might have been three or four
that were
in that row.
Right there, yeah.
I actually finally got what I considered to be authentic and accurate panuchos and zabutes.
I can distinctly see the difference between the two. Unlike that other place we went to, this one definitely has beans on it, and this one does not. That's the big difference between them. This one's got beans and it's fried extra twice or something. This one is not.
It was very obvious which was which. One had the beans, one did not. Either way, it was absolutely delicious. And he got an amazing
plate of nachos.
Oh man, it was piled.
And it was with res. I mean, it had, and we're not talking about ground beef. We're talking, there was beef in this thing.
Yep.
And again, she had to have an extra long piece of paper because, sin pimientos, sin cebollos, sin crema.
Those crazy gringos.
But they brought it out, and it was to die for. It was a big, big serving.
And then as far as street foods go, we would go through Parque San Juan, and there's always a huge line of places to eat.
Same as San Sebastian, the other one.
Yeah, I mean, there's always food carts set up. You could be around Parque Grande, and there'll be some food carts set up. One thing you will see everywhere are the marquesita stands. Marquesita stands are everywhere. There's more marquesita stands, probably 10 to 1, than there are churro stands.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a regional thing, and that's,
And I tried as many as I could get in. I tried the marquesita, always with the cheese. But I tried it with lechera. I think it's carreto.
Nutella.
I did not do the Nutella.
Oh, you didn't do the Nutella?
I did lechera, cajeta. I did zarzamora with blackberry jam.
Philadelphia.
And I did it with Philadelphia cream cheese. I will say I didn't really like the one with Philadelphia cream cheese. Not because I don't like Philly. I love Philly.
You just need that contrasting flavor.
There was no contrast. It was just cheese, cheese, cheese. I love cheese. No, don't get me wrong. But I really like the Edam cheese contrasting against something sweet. We did hear that the Nutella was kind of a weird mix, and I didn't try it. I love Nutella too. Maybe it would have been good, but we didn't get a good review given to us of the Nutella. Right, Ray? So, yeah, marquesitas were like the big snack, and this time it was me. And here's the thing about marquesitas. A churro, when Mark was hitting them up into Quisquiapan Park there in San Luis, that's a simple, 6 inches long max, eat them and done. But these marquesitas are like 8 to 9 inches long. They're twice, if not 3 times as thick around, loaded with cheese. Yeah, there is no simple snack with marquesita. It's a meal, I think.
Or 3/4 of a meal. I mean, you don't just go, oh, you know what? We just ate. Yeah, give me a churro to top off dinner.
Yeah.
No, it's.
And there were a few occasions when we would be in Centro at Parque Grande. There was a nice little ice cream shop on the corner on our way home, right there in Centro. And I would stop in there. One time I got a cone, another time I got a cup. They had really good ice cream in there, and they were very affordable. I believe the ice cream cone was like 40 pesos, and the cup, medium-sized cup that had 3 different flavors in it, was 50 or 60 pesos.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad.
No.
So that was our gamut of food eating options. I can't think
Well,
of
and then we had we did eat. All right. If you're going to try and order from KFC
Oh, Lord.
online in Mérida, it ain't happening.
I forgot about the home delivery and the takeouts. Yeah.
I tried 3 or 4 times to get KFC delivered, and then she was sort of going, okay, it can't be this difficult, but you know what? Let's try it through Uber Eats. That didn't work either. I mean, it was, or Rappi or whoever,
Yeah.
it was an absolute nightmare. Then we went to the store, to the actual restaurant itself. We went, you know what? It's 15 to 18 minutes away by walking. We'll just
walk over to the KFC and pick it up ourselves. And we did.
And they couldn't put together an in-house order. So now I know why they couldn't put together a delivery order.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
We want this.
I mean, and we did try to deliver it through KFC's website. We're not talking about there being an issue with Uber Eats or Rappi. He tried twice. He even got on the phone with somebody
or did the online chat. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he tried twice to get an order one night, and it just never came. 3 hours later, we were like, no.
Yeah.
No.
You know, and then, of course, then we realized as we walked to the KFC, we walked right by a Little Caesars, and we're like,
yeah, pizza.
And that we ordered, and that we had no problem. They showed.
Well, that's not true.
We had the one problem because we couldn't find the right code to tell him.
Yeah, it's still not true. There's more to it than that. So Little Caesars, we could order through Uber Eats. But
that's right.
Uber Eats didn't like my payment method.
I forgot.
So I gave up on Uber Eats. Then I tried Rappi. Rappi made it look like the order went through. I mean, I actually got a screen that basically looked like I paid for it. I used PayPal to pay for it, and they took that, authorized my login and everything, and then an hour later, we still don't have food, and it looks like it's coming. I've got an estimated delivery time and everything.
But it never came out.
But it never came out of my PayPal account. So I went back and I had refreshed the screen. Now it says, we're sorry, we had a problem with your payment. I don't know why it didn't tell me that 5 minutes after it said that it was fine, but I tried again, and this time I used the Wise card to pay for it, and that went through. But then they sent us a code that we had to give to the Rappi person in order to accept delivery of the food, and he didn't have the code. And I didn't have the code on a phone or anything. No, the code is now on the laptop after it had been accepted in payment. It was very complicated. And I don't have a mobile account for Uber Eats or Rappi, and maybe I need to. I don't know. I was just trying to do it on a laptop.
Yeah.
It was a struggle.
Yeah.
But we did eventually get food delivered. Looking like a couple of gringos.
From
Little Caesars.
Little Caesars. KFC? No, that never happened. We had Subway, and
we had McDonald's.
oh yes.
We were walking around in Central on our way back, getting hungry, and we like, let's just stop in McDonald's, get burger and fries.
Grab a couple burgers and a fry. We had drinks in our hand, and we're like, not drinks. I mean, just
water,
that's electrolyte or water or whatever,
like this.
Yeah, and we're like, you know what? Let's just need something to take the edge off. And 2 quarter pounders and a fry were 250 some odd pesos, almost $15.
I mean, I thought it was a lot. It was a lot. I don't know what prices are at McDonald's in the U.S. right now, but that seemed like a lot for 2 burgers and 1 fry.
I mean, $5 an item.
Yeah, we can make not for the fries though. Fries are usually not that expensive, so yeah, it was pricey.
It gave us a little sticker shock.
A little bit.
So, other than that, I think that's pretty much.
That's our food options. I mean, there's a lot to be found. I need to make mention that there's a food corridor. It does currently exist. It's on 47th. So Calle 47 is the gastronomic center of Mérida. There's like, I want to say about 8 restaurants right now that are currently operational that have been a hub in that area for some time. But they were recently approved and are now underway in revamping that corridor. And my understanding is, from reading online, it's going to have wider sidewalks, a bike lane, underground utilities so they don't have all the wires stretching along the streets, and they're going to reduce traffic to a single lane and include parking bays. So they really wanted to be very pedestrian.
Yeah. And it starts right there at Paseo Montejo and then works its way west from there. But right now, there's a whole lot of dust.
There's a whole lot of dust. They're working on it. Now, the restaurants that were already established, they're closer, I want to say they're closer to Paseo Montejo. They've been operational. And they're there, but they plan on expanding that. And the thinking is that this is an urban area of the city that was starting to fall into decay, and bringing in restaurants will then bring in other businesses and make it a tourist hub in addition.
Oh, I can see how this is going to work very well. 'Cause
yeah.
I mean, you could walk there easily from Centro, and it's not that far of a walk, because we walked all the way back to San Lucia to go to Tratto again, and wasn't a bad walk.
Not at all. Not at all. So I just wanted to make mention of that because it was brought up to us a couple of times by some of our subscribers, and we wanted to go check it out.
Yep.
But it is still very much in development. When it's done, the concept drawings look amazing, by the way. They plan on the walkways and the pedestrian areas are going to be so wide that you can obviously have a lot of outdoor seating.
Yeah.
Just in comparison, the Parque Santa Lucia is like that right now.
Yeah, we had a nice outdoor seating area for Tratto.
There's a big ring of restaurants. They all have outdoor seating right there. It's going to be like that on a much larger scale. That's a good thing.
You will not go hungry in Merida.
No, and there's a lot of variety of things you can eat there. Merida's got a big foodie scene. And there is Korean. There is Chinese. They even had Oaxacan. They have, obviously, Italian-American.
And a lot of Yucatan, Mayan.
Yucatecan, yes. I mean, there is a lot to be found there. And I think if you're somebody who's into any kind of international cuisine, you will not be disappointed in your options in Merida. We weren't.
No. But then I'm not a foodie. You know, you closer to a foodie than I am. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. I could call myself a foodie, but I'm not a food snob. But yeah, I like to try new things.
Yeah.
I just don't sit there and go, oh, it just wasn't that good. Yeah. It's sustenance.
Yes, it is. And that's the key. So.
Well, thank you once again for joining us. We are Gringos R Us.
Expats with a plan.
Remember, we are doing it. You can too.
There's some videos you might want to check out.
Hasta la próxima.
Adios.